back. Let's see how this one goes. I have a zany idea. I doubt it's gonna work, but it's worth a chance. Let's make sure everything's running well, shall we? Come on, don't be mean to me today, system. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to get my systems up and running. Do a background check for you guys like I normally do. For the audio. My phone is being a little bit of a pain in the butt right now. Okay, audio sounds solid for the voice. Okay, audio sounds solid for the voice. Okay, audio sounds solid for the voice. Let's get into it. Showtime. See a wrath. Repair, clean, update software, repaint Mech, replace port with new one. Let's do that and get that in the way. I do apologize that this game takes a while to load up. It's having to take into account all the parts. What? Here we go. Vast, it's dirty, okay, typical cleaning job. Yes, I am level 10. I actually worked entirely on this just for fun, and I just need something to clear my mind, so that's why I'm streaming it. If you guys really want, I will do a complete full stream at some point, maybe. Let's go ahead and get this all cleaned off. Thrusters on the back are still dirty, okay? Clean out that excess vent. Let's go ahead and, before I do that, always refill. That line. Data sequence is off a little bit. I need to drop it. There we are. Looks like primary thruster on the right side took a hit. Probably a self-implosion of the cartridge. The control test took a hit. Ooh. Probably from the backlash of the explosion in the right arm system. Typical removal here. Just pop that cable. Let's get that out. Pull the case. I wonder what damage supply that case has. Primary concern should always be the pilot case. Let's go fried wire system. Probably from the backlash. So get that out. I'm gonna have to pull these. Gotta pull these as well. Pull these off. So it's still locked down by that piece. Okay, so that's going to be a full core tear part. I hate doing full core tears for one little piece. Not in bad shape either, 48%. I can work with that. And I always do this. I always buy a brand new part. The reason why,
Now that I
because
can
I want to make sure that I don't get any
there
defects.
is nothing that could stop me.
Yeah, there is. It's called an off switch. Stupid robot. He's an annoyance. I'm sorry, but the robot at times I've put up with him for so long. He's an annoyance to me now. But the only reason I don't get rid of him, otherwise I'd be lonely. Looks clean. Good. Let's get to the arm. Come on. There we are. Gotta get under the body. Going to tear this bottom piecing out so I can get off the sides. This needs to pop. That's going to need to go. Let's get that off. This side piece needs to come off. Looks like the capacitor is a solid. So what happened here? It would have to be the shell. It's going to get a brand new shell on there. Brand new bale, I should say. Let's put that in. Complete rebuild now. There we are. Now you let me see it. Okay. That looks solid. Good, good, good. Let's do a complete rebuild. Get that control case back in. That one's in. Put that on back in place. Looks solid. Now I need to do an update. Let's see. From 0 to 3. So he's on level 0, we need to get up to level 3. Minimum. Do I have any level 3 software? I have a level 2, a level 0, and a level 1. So no, okay. By level 3. There we go. Let's go ahead and update to level 3. He's up and running. Good, good, good. Now let's get this thing worked on. Looks like we need to paint him. CP09. We need... Looks like we need a W007. We need a... G004, which is already there, perfect. Y003, and a W004, which should be, yep, right there. I did the wrong thing, alright. Let's see, that was supposed to be a Y003. Okay. You don't need the Y002, because it says I don't. So let's see.
Can you pay for
W007,
my maintenance?
G004, Y03, W004, C903. Let's go ahead. Let's get this thing worked on. No, never do it. White. You never start with white. Always work your way up, but not down. No, 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 no. Yes. Start black, work your way up. I'm not even saying that to be mean or anything. It's just, it's easier to work your way out of a shadow than it is to go into one. From what I understand. Let's see. That is a brownish coloration. That would probably work. Let's go ahead and get this thing a full coverage. And in my defense, they don't give me a collection of like, hey, can you paint a certain style, yada yada yada. So I just do what I want. And yes, I did a little bit of overspray on the arm, not a big deal. Got a little bit on the leg, no big deal there. I would rather be able to overpaint something than underpaint. If you underpaint, it does not look as perfect. And sometimes perfection is what you want. Or at least professionalism. Underbody, can I do the yes, I can do the underbody. Okay, good. Can I do it? Yep, there we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, green for the legs. There we are. I do not like the lighting at times. It can kind of become an annoyance, especially when you're doing this. And I do not know if you all can hear the music, probably not, because Spotify and Twitch are kind of being a little bit wonky. I don't want to listen to the ads. Yes, I'll be honest, I don't pay. I don't pay because I don't see the point of paying just when I can just listen to some music. While I'm doing that, what I should also do after I get out of this, I'll go and just put on the in-game music. Just, 'cause I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, like hear the music or not.
I should start
Let's see.
practicing
So far,
my
so good.
violin at work.
It's going to get the waist unit. Missed a little bit there. Just going to get that waist coloration back up to normal. So far, everything looks solid. Looks like, ooh, I missed a little bit. You little bugger. You hid from me. A little bit of overspray. Again, not a big deal. I can fix that. Pretty good. Right there's a little bit. Good, good, good. Yep, no, that's fine. Now we need the white. Do 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 do. Probably looks horrendous, I know, but hey, that's what the guy asked for. He asked for these colors, he didn't ask for a style. If he asked for a style, to try to match it. Sometimes these shadows are not very good. I was trying not to hit the green. No problem. Let's make sure we got a nice thorough coat. And that was a reset, not my intention. I did not even know that would happen, so oh well. Let's go ahead and fix that real quick. That looks good. Let's bring it out. Got everything. Good, good, good. Let's get it out of here. Back up into the combat zone. So I can't believe I got a new Digimon. So I do, I have a Fitbit Digimon, a Digivice Vital Bracelet. And I promised I'd turn on the music for you guys, so let's go ahead and do that. I did not ask for that to go up a little bit, so I'm gonna drop that back down. I'm gonna have it right there at 55. Now let's see what I can do with these ports.
I think I should visit the Orion's belt someday.
I have no ports to worry about? Okay.
I've heard there's plenty of interesting stuff there.
At least not too... I can weld later. I don't like doing welding if I can help it, because it's to me it's a pain in the butt. Another Wrath, a Yukio? Ooh, Deadline. I don't like deadlines. This is a basic factory model. I can probably run with this one. Here we go. Here's a Yukio. No, that's not a Yukio. This is an Artemis. Now let's see. This needs to be dropped down. Right there. That's what we got. Looks like a wire house. No, not a wire. That's a I believe that's a metal caging. Front leg. What? That wasn't in the scan. Okay. Let's see what we can do about that then. Something must be internally wrong. Pop that off. I'm gonna do the front right so it has at least a symbol of balance. Granted, it's using anti-grav, but still. Let's see. And then I gotta repaint still. Alright, ooh, okay, yeah, no, this is the bad. How did this not appear in the scan? That is a major flaw. That ankle's beaten to hell. Was it taking a heavy fall or a severe load to put this much pressure on a piston of that size? Not a piston, I cannot think of the term for them. It's not a strut. There's a mech term, I can't remember what it is. That looks good. Let's see, that looks like either a wiring or a chassis. Probably wiring. Yeah, it's a wire. It's a wiring system. You can see the run up. Let's get this off here. Then I can get the bottom component off. Then I'm gonna have to pull the side piecing off probably. Oh no, I don't. And it was indeed a wire, the calipers. Little C-clamps here. These are what's holding it in place. Now that they're gone, let's get it out. Eee, 34. That thing got fried. Probably had a surge go through it. Oh, it could have been badly frayed because of the proximity to the gear ratios. But not gear ratio, piston system. Because it does have a, this has a reverse leg system because of the way it's curving down, making an S. Right here would be a piston, so if it got caught, yeah, that would cause some fraying. Let's go ahead and get these back on the poor thing. Front right, front left, I apologize. I'm looking at it in opposite, so it's facing me, so it looks right, but it's left. Front right, here we go, this is the right leg. Lock that in. Bolt, bolt. Let's pull the front left off. Or rear left. See how the leg is curved back on that one? That's the rear leg, yeah. The other one's the front. But they still have that, it's almost like spider leg. Same wiring situation almost, just different wire. I can get that out. It's going to be a pain to get out properly though. Thankfully it's not that hard of a replacement. In real life, no, that'd be torture.
I like to watch you sleep, human.
You tell me that one more time, you dang android, and I will turn you off. Do you understand me? Watching me sleep is creepy. I understand you can't turn yourself off, but you could ask me to turn you down, to shut you down or something. Jesus. Locked in. Now I just need to do software update software from level 2 to level 3 or higher. Level 3 is the highest you can go. So level 3. I already know I'm out. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get back into that music for me. I apologize about constantly pausing to do that. It's just, you know, you want good music to game out to. I would play more popular music, but not allowed because of DMCA and all that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to make the best of a bad situation. Let's see, that is CP02. Color palette 02, as they say. I just say CP. R009. R009. R006. R001. And then last but not least is R05. Yep, 5. I have to double check sometimes. I want to make sure I'm giving them the right information. There we are. Let's go ahead and get to painting. For the request. This is gonna be a pain because it's all gonna be red, which not a big deal, but how are you supposed to differentiate? That's a darker red. Let's do a fill. That's a lighter red actually. That's a darker red. So yeah, let's do a darker red. Swap off the fill. And let's do a touch up. That's a little bit darker. That gives it a more rustic look, so... So it looks more worn. And I didn't choose the colors. Like, well, I did, but I chose the colors per request. What I do with them is my decision. I do not like how there's like almost nothing under there, but I mean, what can you do, right? Okay, so far so good. Is that... Okay, so no, I did pick the right coloration. Okay, good. That's looking nice. Speaking of which, who here knows about what's going on with Warhammer, by the way? About how they're doing like the female custodies and all that stuff, and it's causing controversy. Personally, I don't like the idea, but had they introduced it a certain way, I'd have been more okay with it. And the way I would have done it personally is, you could have had a sect where, I don't know, they needed more custodies and they couldn't find any men, so they found women that were willing to do it. Basic stuff like that. Like, you know. But no, like, it's actually, it bothers me to the point I don't even want to, like, I don't even play custodians, and even I'm like, I don't know about this anymore. Because it's not fair that, because here's the thing, once they start doing that to other games, you know they're going to start going after others as well, because they know they can get away with it. I can do a repaint over these. That looks good. A little bit of a spray on that, doesn't look that bad, personally. Looks like the rust is more natural. See? Looks like the rust is like stopped right there. It doesn't look like it's accidental. Ooh, I'm using the wrong coloration of red. There we go. At least on these two front no. That looks better, personally. They give that more freshly painted appeal. And you can't argue, I'm doing what he asked me to do, so... Not putting any stickers on them, no request for one.
You seem very quiet lately.
And just think, once you start this game, you only start with $500. And I'm sitting at 544,000 right now. And I got everything. I bought everything. All DLC is mine. Another Artemis. There's a Yukio. Probably got some oddball. Level 3 or higher. That one doesn't look that bad, but then what's the catch? Why would you pay 52 if you're gonna offer another one for cheaper? I'm not gonna argue. Money's money. Winter Digital? That's an oddball coloration choice. Not a bad coloration choice, it's oddball. Let's see, software. Let me go ahead and try it this time before I get into it. That way I'll be out of the way. They said they wanted level 3. Right? Level 3 or higher. Updating software to level 3. Okay, yep. So now scan. Got it. Just need a line. And let's see what we got. What seems to be the condition problem? The shoulders, knee, and ankle. Looks like right knee, left ankle, and then upper torso area and arm. Ooh, the legs are shot. The right arm is shot. The left arm is in bad shape, but not bad. Let's look on the arm first. Need the underarm out of the way too. Pop it. There we go. Now, that's right arm, so I'm gonna take the left leg to balance it. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna do something real quick. There we go. Now all I need to do is do the same thing as I've always been doing, just... I decided to go to Synthwave. I just felt that would be a better decision. So I got both of those taken off. Let's go ahead and get these worked on. Rear ankle brace? I don't even need to really do much. See, it's right there. It's the ankle bracing. That holds the... I'm trying to remember what that thing is. Yukio, I think, is a water type, which means this would have to be probably an air supply or a buoyancy unit. I believe that's accurate. So if that's all that one needs, that's not that severe. This one, ew, oh jeez, looks like the rotator, just under the rotator. Here's what I'm talking about. You see that in the interior? How it has like that circular device? That's the rotator.
Since we are
This
both
is inside of
working
that,
in our
which means
workshop, then I'd like to
the
say
internal component is
greed, for the
damaged.
lack of a better word.
So the entire
is
integrity
good.
of the arm is in bad condition. Eee, that's not good at all. Probably went too deep for the pressure of the system. Not that one. Not that one. This one, thank you. Now I gotta take this module out after I pop this cable. And I gotta get that, we gotta replace that metal. Let's go ahead and replace this beam system. I always replace with new. Not even because it says replace with new. Even if it says, you know, replace with broken part. But I told you new because you know that part will not break, so you kind of have a little bit of ease of mind. If something else happens to it, then you know that it's not my fault, if you will. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to eliminate any fault of my own in this. To be like real life. Okay, everything looks solid on the arm. Let's go ahead and put these back in place, and I gotta swap out the other two. Put the arm back in. Everything seems locked in place. Good, good, good. Let's get that leg system back in. Not that one, this one. Get that in the thigh. Now that leg, you need to come off, buddy. In the thigh again. Pull it. Good, good, good. And now we need the arm. Left arm this time. And yeah, I'm just trying to take it easy for a little bit. I might try to get into more insane stuff. I'm struggling on what to play for you guys, because like, I'd love to play Killer Instinct. I'd love to play other, what do you call them? Other games. But the problem is, a lot of them have zero fan base. And so I'm scared that if I start like this has zero fan base. So, I'm afraid that if I do that, you know, I'm wasting my time. So this is kind of like an experiment, but it's also something to help clear my mind. I love working on mechs. I don't have any models. This is unlimited models, pretty much. Granted, there's only like 6 different variants. Let's get that knee system out. This is going to be a replacement. Complete knee replacement of the mech. And I'm leaving the original parts if I can help it, like this one right now. Ooh, no, 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 I'm not doing that. If I can put a fresher part on, which means that's what came off, then I'm putting it back on. Let's see, that cable here, which is feeding down into here, which means I gotta take the entire chassis of the leg, the shell off. Just think, in the near future, potentially, these might come to exist. So people like me who actually play these might actually have a promising career. That one's fried, okay. Plug that in. We got to rebuild from the ground up again. Lock in, lock in. Everything looks good. Let's go ahead and put everything back on the poor mech.
For the next paycheck, I'll get myself a laser cannon.
No, you won't, because you don't get a paycheck. You get an oil change and a place to recharge your batteries. That's the deal, because you don't do anything. You just walk around. Huh? It's saying that it's still damaged. How can it still be damaged? I took care of all pieces. At least I believe I took care of all pieces. Or did I miss a piece and not realize it? It's not showing a missing piece, which means all pieces were reattached. So, I'm gonna go ahead and put the leg back on. The leg's intact. That way I just gotta minimize what I gotta work upon, and I don't get confused. This, that. Now, what am I missing on the arm? Or did I don't even think yeah, I didn't even look on the poor arm. At least I don't think I did. No, I didn't, because I would have put a brand new piece in. I jumped the gun. There we are. Now, let's see, does it read as complete? Yes, good. Good. On back in. And if it says it's still damaged, we both know that it would not, because I just replaced it. Good. Everything's perfect. Now all I need to do is... Oh, I'm done. Good. That one was actually kind of easy. Now... A wrath... Any stipulations? Nope, okay. This was one of the originals, actually. I never got to work on this early on. What I mean when I say originals is I started working on these almost speciality-wise. Like, these became like almost my go-to. Originally, I started out with a basic robot design. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. It was very humanoid. I mean, these are all technically vaguely humanoid, but I mean, this one was like... Oh, I think it was an Orion, actually. I think it was classified as an Orion type. None down there, none there. Vine there in the back filter. You want to clean those back filters as much as you can. Fill up. Scan time. Move to the left. Drop it down a little bit more. I thought I had it. There we go. Let's see what we got. Internal knee, internal leg, hip bracket, and knee plating. Okay, very simplistic damage replacement. Repair parts. All I gotta do is repair. Okay, take them off then. So he's gonna have to float. So let's hope that nothing goes wrong. Pop this. Take this out. You gotta take out the fuel manifold, and then I believe it's the heat manifold at the base. Pop the casing. So let's hope he doesn't fall. Probably won't. I mean, you know, obviously it's a video game, but still, I'm treating it like real life. You want to be professional. Well, working on a game. You want to pretend to be as professional as you can.
Can you pay for my maintenance?
Ooh, it pinched the internal cabling. Look at that. See that cable is purple? It got damaged. And the placement underneath that armor means it got pinched. It would have to have gotten pinched somehow. Looks good, looks good, looks good. Now, what's wrong with this leg? So both wires got damaged. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's go ahead and turn off that Spotify since it's going to keep playing the ads. After a while they do get agitating. Let's not do that yet, because I want to see if I can get how to get that off. That has a back piece, so I don't need to worry about that. Okay. Let's take this off, and then this is held on by this component here. Take the vent off in the back. That should allow the chassis to pull apart. Bad about the underbody. You want it to be hollow because I can get a shell in there. That makes sense. If a round would have hit there, it would get into your mechanics and I could bungle everything. Let's go ahead and get this piece off. Put the new piece on. I know that's not exciting gameplay, but it's like, you know, sometimes you just gotta take a breather. Yeah, that one was shot. Now I need to go down here. Put in the brand new cabling system. Everything looks solid. Put the ports back in play. Let's put the LA back in play. Everything looks good. Let's get him out of here. Ugh. 36 grand. Excuse me. Hey, Yukio? There's a Minotaur. Let me do the Minotaur just to add some variety. It's gonna be less money, but also, I don't know if you caught it yet or not.
At work.
Hello, is my video still going? What's going on here? There we are. I don't know if you all caught it or not, but the Minotaur, if it looks familiar to you guys, it oughta. Think the movie Alien. Or Aliens, actually. It's supposed to be based off the mech that Sigourney uses. The Power Loader, I believe is what it's called. Now let's see what's wrong with this poor thing. So it's only the left leg that's taking damage. Left leg, okay. If it's a left leg, I can work with that. Let's take off the left leg then. I'll put that in Bay 1. Easy, easy peasy. I would like DLC for this game, but I know they can't. They would need to get licenses for like BattleTech, Warhammer, things like that. Because I would love to see it where you have to work on like a knight or something. But I understand that, you know, there are certain restrictions, like you may not have the money or whatever for it. So I get it. Let's see, this one I'm not familiar with exactly. This is not a very common mech of mine. I don't see many Minotaurs coming through my line, so this is kind of like a trial by fire, if I can figure out how to get this thing to run properly. So you need to take off both side pieces, that actually makes sense. You need to pop this, looks like. Pop this as well. That would free this side up. This is all I need, I just need this side. It must be important because it's not even badly damaged and they're already asking for replacement components. See how it's only at 72 out of 100? That's the integrity. That means that it must have, that it's either a workhorse unit that they're using, or that it's coming in probably coming in for preventive maintenance, which is understandable. You'd want preventive maintenance on your units, especially if you're doing mechanical work like this, construction. Because if that thing drops a beam on somebody, you could cause damage, and that's the last thing you want to do as a construction person. Looks clean. Looks clean, looks clean, looks clean. It looks like everything's good. Let's go ahead and put this back on the mech, and it's good to go. I want to do things like, I want to do like a Mecha Monday or something like that, but I can't. I don't know if anyone's going to be interested. That's why I'm not doing it. I just don't want to cause, like, I'm just trying my best to make everybody happy, to make my viewers happy, to make myself happy, to make a positive atmosphere for new viewers. Another Yukio, Serenity. You paint. You can tell I don't like doing my paints because I keep trying to avoid that. And the reason why is it can get very tedious. I believe this is not a construction. This is a I believe it is actually a it's not a fighting robot. It wouldn't make sense to have a melee unit unless you were doing something. I think this is primarily used as like a scouting or like a I'm trying to remember. I can't think of the proper terminology. So I almost had it accurate the first time.
I wonder what
Got
would
it.
happen if Vico learned how to build mechs. It seems they only know how to build perfect androids, like me.
Ooh, this thing's taking a beating and a half. Okay. No problem there. Let's do the left and right legs. So it'll be left arm, right leg. Pop it. There we are. One thing I do want to play at some point is I'm planning on thinking of doing all the Saints Row games because I have the OG Saints Row. I'm not doing the remake because the remake is just bad. Like, it's terribly bad. Like, I don't even want it to complete my collection bad. Let me put it that way. I even have the knockoffs like Agent of Mayhem and all that. And I still don't want that. So, like, I have all the Borderlands. I even have the only Borderlands I don't have, personally, is I don't have New Tales of Borderlands anymore, and that's because at first I thought it was gonna be very whimsy, very funny, but when the characters start self-maiming, I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not gonna condone that, because that could look really bad. And I just felt uncomfortable. Now, the one where, like, in New Tale and Tales of Borderlands, where, like, Reese rips out his own eye, it's an optical implant, so it's not his own eye, technically. Like, if it's not flesh and blood, then I'm kind of okay with it, because it is an implant that you willingly went in for. In his case, I think he had an injury that made him lose his eye? I'm trying to remember now. I'm not certain. Oh, there you are. But those I'm more okay with, like him taking off his robotic arm and that kind of stuff, because again, he still will survive. But having him deliberately, having a guy going, hey, shoot me in the shoulder because, that sounds fun. What? Like, no. Even if you have the ability to heal yourself, no. That's the only Borderlands game I got a problem with, and that's why. That's the only game I got a problem with out of all the Borderlands. Let's see, everything looks good. But no, when it comes to Borderlands, I have all 3 of the original, well, 4 if you include pre-sequel. And then I have Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon's Keep, a standalone adventure, and then I have Tiny Tina's Wonderland. And I'm happy with them. I'm happy with those games. Yeah, I understand how, some people may not like them because it's a different take and all this other stuff. I get it, I understand. But it's also like, look at Warhammer. You got sci-fi and you have fantasy. Sometimes you have to try to play off the other bases to get ahead. Just replace the ports. Okay, I thought I had to do like firmware update or something. So this one just is probably out of juice.
Now that I can walk up and down the stairs, there is nothing that could stop me.
Looks like the canister's also in bad shape, so I mean that makes sense. I believe this is the hydraulic system. Using the hydraulic pump system. Because it's using pretty much tubing, as you can tell, so I'm assuming it's like pressurized hydraulics. Yeah, see, look, hydraulic right there. So I was semi-right. I'll be honest, I don't know a lot when it comes to doing mechs internally. I don't know a lot. Because I myself I'm not one of those like Japan has been the ones that kind of like pioneered that, so it's like they would know more about them than I do. Obviously. I build mechs. I have toy mechs. I still have a Gen 1 fresh off the line Armored Core for the new Armored Core game, Fires of Rubicon. Still in the box. Things like that. It's just I can't sit down and blueprint it. I can build them, but I can't blueprint them. Which is kind of a sad thing for me. I'd love to sit down and sketch out a mech, but my design would be too basic, or it'd be too impractical. I mean, technically all mechs are impractical, because why would you have a 50-story unit or a 20-story unit that a soldier could do, or a tank could do, or this could do? It's and the only thought process I have, and I know it's the stupidest idea. Ooh, there's a Centurion to look on. I haven't worked on a Centurion in a while. Of course, you gotta paint it. Whatever, I'll do this one. My response to that is is a defensive weapons platform. So you would have the mech drop down, like you would drop the mech in front of the soldiers pinned down, and it would lay down cover fire while the soldiers are being moved out. But again, you just do a mortar strike or whatever. So it is kind of counterintuitive. Now, if you're fighting like alien in a mech or whatever, yeah, okay, I can kind of get it. Looks like we got two bad parts that are visible in the scan. I didn't see that in the left leg. It's not. No, I was looking at right leg and I didn't see anything. That's what it was, I believe. This would throw it off balance, but it would have to be doable anyways. There we go. I believe this was a laser cutting unit designed to cut like in the mines. That's what the only part that was damaged was? Am I right? Yeah. Okay. That's an easy patch.
You talking to me?
No, I'm not talking to you, you stupid robot. So this is connected via there, so you would have to tear apart the entire upper beam to get down to the railgun. Or at least I perceive to be a railgun, judging from the design. To those who are watching in the chat, tell me if this looks like a railgun design to you or not. Oh, excuse me. Pull the hoses. This I understand you would need a good one for, because it's supposed to be your primary self-defense firearm, I believe. Even if it is supposed to be a laser, like a mining laser, you can still use it as an efficient weapon, as proven by Dead Space. So far, so good on the rebuild. See, did I miss any pieces? It doesn't look like I did. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and slap these back on. Looks solid. Let's go ahead and reattach. That's solid right there. Now we gotta do the left arm as well on the upper. Now the right leg needs to be yanked. If I remember correctly, I think this is the one that has a bad hip. Because the right one, the left leg had a bad toe, so this would have to be the one with the bad hip, I believe. Kind of. One of the wires in the hip area. So it's probably not reading the inputs properly. I can get that out easily. Swap that out. There we go. Thing looks solid. You gotta check sometimes because with that blue gravity light, when it shines up on there, sometimes it can look purple and that can confuse you. Assembly. Right leg back in play. Dee-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-dee-dee-dee-dee. Now we need to do, what is it, paint it? Yep. It says 04 with the colors Y002 W004. Why just those two colors though? You only have at least another 2 or 3 coloration changes. Black and yellow, black and yellow. Jesus Christ, Italy. I can't believe the game's even trying to make me with that. Yeah.
I should be the boss here.
No, you shouldn't, because you're not the one in charge. I'm the one that keeps you functioning. Dang robot. And then let's get rid of Phil. Where to start? Why not here? Not my best, but it does give that jagged caution look to it. Almost exactly the same. I just need to get that. Trying to make them different. Now for this, let's go ahead and just do the toes. See, I don't really got a lot to do when I have only 2 colors. It's hard for me to make a good color, like a good color pattern in my opinion, because you have to take into account like you have to take into account the basics. That actually looks kind of good. It kind of gives like a more hazard look.
I don't like corporations, but I like money. I think we should take everything from the rich and give it to me.
I think it looks pretty good. There we go. Now that actually looks kind of cool. I'll be honest, that looks kind of cool in my opinion, even though I kind of half-assed it. Mainly because I couldn't come up with a good color palette. Using two colors is almost impossible for me to come up with a good color palette. Because you can't blend them. Let's see the time. An hour 22. That's not that bad. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call it here, guys. Like I said, I was primarily doing it just to try to chill out a little bit, try to get my creative juices going on what to potentially stream later on today, if at all possible, depending on how I feel. And also to try to get more people interested in this, because Mech Mechanic is a game that I feel like is being overlooked. Everyone's doing like cards, card store simulator and all that stuff, but they're not doing these really oddball niche games that I feel like could get a lot of love, be very creative in their own styles, but no one takes the time out to acknowledge. So, see if you can find a game that is kind of overlooked that you actually turn out to enjoy. Like I said, this is Wes the Pest, and I am indeed signing off.